Hi, Kim Adams here. The power of silence. My last video I did was on the importance of speaking up. And I think I ended it by saying, you just have to say it. You just have to speak up. Don't stay quiet and silent if you want to be seen, you want to be heard, and you want to have influence. This is the flip side, but equally important, is using silence in a very intentional way. This isn't silence of not having anything to say or keeping your mouth shut when you should be saying something. This is silence in order to create gravitas, to create a grounding and to make people take notice. So people will often ask me, do I have to be extroverted to be a good public speaker? And the answer is no. In some instances, it can be a wonderful thing to be very extroverted, especially if you're talking to big audiences. But introverts can be very good at mastering silence as a way of building on their executive presence through communication. Sometimes the extrovert will feel like they have to say something all the time, and people will start to blank out and not listen to what they've got to say. It's like they're always talking, so people just start to ignore it after a while. Whereas if you are very intentional in choosing when you speak and what you say, people will take notice. So in a meeting, don't be always talking for extended periods of time about your opinion on something and giving lots of details. Short and sharp and to the point when it is important to speak is what is important. The rest of the time, be silent. Or if you are about to speak, once you have the floor, take a deep breath, or 2 or 3 before you start to speak. Draw people's attention in so they are waiting to hear what you have to say. Also, that gives you a moment to think about what you want to say, especially if you're called to comment unexpectedly. You need those few seconds to just gather your thoughts so you aren't just blabbing on about something that's irrelevant, so that you can create a very pertinent point. Or if you're presenting in a formal way, take the time for silence at the end of a really bold statement. I know this is something that I've had to learn because I'm a quick talker and a quick thinker. And I would often get a little nervous in a presentation, and so I'd just keep on going, and I'd even create, a fantastic joke because I am very witty, as people know me would know. I'd create a joke and there'd be great laughter, but I'd be so busy continuing to talk rather than just stopping and allowing people to absorb the humour of that comment. Or if I made a really great statement that is very pertinent to my topic, that really made people go, wow, yeah, that's the deal. If I kept talking, then that statement would lose its power. So there is so much power in being willing to take a breath and be silent, to pause before what you have to say comes out of your mouth. So I hope that was helpful.